good, Cincinnati? What's good, Cuts? Cincinnati Jack. Get another minute. Well, I got some purple beats. Good coffee, girl. What's up, everybody? Back with another video. What a weekend. Beautiful day yesterday. Actually, one of the best days around upstate New York in a while. Rochester. Just all out beautiful weather for 4 or 5 days straight. Today it changes, but it was beautiful to usher in that full moon lunar eclipse energy. That was beautiful, man. I just sat there and watched it out my room window for like till it fully covered, then watched the moon move over, and then I went sleep after that. It was beautiful, and now you know why them psychopaths use that portal. It's a different feeling while it was happening, for real. I feel like something was changing, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me good. Thanks, Cuts. But yeah, just when I was watching it, I was listening to the Sunday stream. Then I was also had some. It just turned it down, and I just gazed at it for a while, and I could feel something coming and going. Don't know what it is, but definitely felt something, just was different. Felt something coming and going. What it is, I have no fucking clue, but definitely felt it coming and going. So, but anyways, good, Solo? Anyways, let's, get right into the whole, again, we lost a brother, Dale. Like I said, y'all see him in the comment sections. He had like the orange D. He had like the orange D YouTube symbol. It was just like the generic YouTube symbol. But he was always in the chat, He's always on Widestream. But he's been around. Y'all know. He's been active in the chat. And, if you didn't know what happened, just go check out Wise's last live stream on both his channels. But he had a heart attack, so, good brother. And it's kind of like, damn, And for me, it's more reason why we got to come together, man, because more as time goes on, we start to realize, man, no matter what you want to put it, those that are there consciously know that we're family. You know what I mean? What's good, Groveland girl? Gal. We're a family. And as time goes on, you start to realize that a little more. But, but just send your thoughts, and, he's still rocking out with us. So, but if Wise sees this video, maybe share it with his family and let him know that he had a lot of brothers and sisters out here that was his distant family, and he knew that. He knew that, man. We all know that. We don't connect and shit, for shits and giggles. There's a reason why we connect, So, yeah. But for me, it's more of a reason. That's why we got to come together, man. And then, knowing what they did the past couple of days, all these shootings and shit, man, you already know, And it doesn't even matter at this point. Like, I don't even care if it's real or fake, At this point, it don't fucking matter, We know what they're using. At this point, I'm tend to think these motherfuckers are full rogue, I mean, after I watch all the shit, the live, the streaming, the clips, that whoever was streaming that's military, man. That just lets me know it's actually a hell of a lot more dangerous. But that's straight military. I don't care what nobody says. That dude, that motherfucking dude that they showing, that's the 18-year-old, that ain't him, man. That's not him. That guy was clean shaven, straight military. You could see, man. Anybody with a trained eye knows, could see that dude was an op, probably jacked up on something. But I mean, this is what it is, man. And it's all perfect because the dude is in jail, in custody, and they're gonna have a trial. So like I said, it don't even matter. It's gotta be the ugliest card known to mankind right there. But it's gotta be it's gotta be obvious. Sorry, that was good. The end times are here. Yeah, the world is shit. It's safe to say the world, because the world is the people. The world isn't the earth. The earth is straight. The earth gonna be all right. But the world is fucked up, man. The world is fucked all up. It's all fucked up. And that's the people. And that's why I said it doesn't matter if it's real, fake. The agenda's clear. The energy is clear. And they harvest whatever they need to harvest. Now they're about to push it out. The racial divide every fucking year, April, May. This is what they do. I thought it was going to be a police shooting, but I mean, shit, this is easier, you know? This is easier. Because now you're going after the target. The target was the police. They weakened, destabilized, demoralized, demonized the police. You know, now look at the agenda around the country. They're good. The crime is through the fucking roof. You go in department stores and Home Depots, ain't shit on the fucking shelves. Everything that you could put in your pocket is pretty much gone around Rochester and the stores that touch Rochester. You go further out, yeah, you'll find some shit, but that's what they're doing. They're going further out. You know, it's crazy, man. They got what they wanted, man. They weakened the shit. And, you know, there's good points and there's bad points. You know, the bad points is crime's through the roof. The good points is the cities around the nation got to cut certain shit, and guess what? You know, hey, that's more freedom. Because one thing I've noticed is there's a yearly festival here in Rochester, New York called the Lilac Festival. It's big, beautiful. It's like one of the most beautifulest festivals I've ever been to. Not like the festival itself, but like the park with all the flowers, the lilacs. The shit is amazing. The smell, like it's something that, you know, you got to experience one time in your life. You know, just walking through, you just smelling all the hundreds of lilac, you know, species. It's just fucking amazing. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. But you know, one thing I've noticed, and you know, I noticed every fucking thing, is the lack of police presence, which is bad, but it's good. But they had the cops where they need to be. It's in the festival part where, you know, it can get ratchet sometimes. You know, I mean, sometimes, you know, some people come down there to cause trouble, but this year I don't think that's happened. But that's where they got the police. So guess what? For parking, hey, I don't know if they got enough funds to be paying a bitch on Sunday or Saturday, but it was the parking where I've never seen before. No parking signs, people park there, no tickets, you know, no nothing. Not that the city wouldn't want to give tickets, because they used to generate a lot of money off the Lilac Festival. Just off parking tickets. They would have them ready to go, overtime, extra staff. I've seen it, personally seen it. You know, because I was cool with a parking enforcement dude until the Lilac Festival, when I seen him, and he was like, fuck that, they shouldn't have parked like this. I'm like, well, you about to, like, literally, y'all set this shit up. Like, they set it up so it looked like parking, but it wasn't. And they had like hundreds and hundreds of tickets in their hand ready to go, and they just went every car, bloop, 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 bloop. I was like, this dirty bitch. And he said he don't give a fuck. I said, all right, bitch, let me catch your ass drinking that Henny while you on the job. I'm gonna record your ass and fucking expose you. Not to them, I'm just gonna put the video out in the public. Dirty motherfucker. These people dirty as a bitch, man. But anyways, so yeah, there was parking on. I mean, you barely can get through it. I loved it. I'm like, this is dope as fuck. And we got to this one part where one side of the street was all full of parking. We couldn't find none, but the other side was empty. So I'm like, told my son, I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, just make a parking spot. Let's just park here. Look, the whole side that people are parked on says no parking and people are parked there. This side has the same sign. Fuck it. So we parked there. Man, we came back like 2 hours later. We created a whole nother parking venue. The whole street, like 100 cars on that side had parking. Actually, was more parking on that side than it was the side that they originally parking on. So I thought that was pretty funny. But anyways, just that, the lack of police, the lack of, you know, shit where they don't need it. I guess that's what they doing, which, hey, I'm all for it, you know, because it opens up the door for some fucking freedom, you know, finally, you know. And then parking enforcement, I realize why they've been booting now. These motherfuckers been booting because they're short staffed, so they don't have enough to be out patrolling and doing all this other shit. Like, it's crazy. It's funny, if you ask me. This is what y'all get. And I'm like, shit, defund the police is good, because you need the police. Now you got to take funds from other shit, and then guess what? You know what I'm saying? It frees up parking, code enforcement, motherfuckers driving around all day burning gas in a fucking car, making $20 an hour plus to write fucking code violation for 6-inch, 7-inch grass when the code is 6-inch, for having a fucking flat screen TV outside in the garbage when it ain't supposed to be, but the city pays to get rid of garbage, and fucking then they want to charge the property owner. Ask me how I know. The property owner for the fucking TV that the tenant left outside. I mean, fuck that. I like it like this. Fuck it, keep cutting. Guess what? They ain't running around fucking with businesses for little dumb shit, you know. And it's good and bad, you know. It's good and bad, because that's the shit that I don't fuck with. You know, I respect the law, and law is pretty. I mean, we need the law, but law is, you know, what's needed at this point. But all this other shit, we don't need that shit. That ain't law. That's bullshit. You know, you should be able to fucking park wherever the fuck you want, as long as you're not infringing on nobody, hurting nobody, and on nobody else's property. You know, that's what you call it. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. You know, all this other shit is straight bullshit. You know, straight bullshit. So, anyway, sorry to go off on a rant. I just thought it was pretty dope. What's good, Mateo? What's good? The End Times, Angel Baby, Rick James, Disambiguation, Blink, Cuts, Groveland, Solo, Coffee Girl, Cincinnati Jack. Shout out to all you guys for stopping in this AM. And I'm trying to see what time is it supposed to rain here. It's supposed to rain here like around noon. I'm trying to get something done. Oh, now it says 11 a.m., 90% chance of rain. Well, we'll see about that. And yeah, maybe I won't be able to get that done today. But anyways, what's good? TV. Shout out to Truth Virus. And, you know. So, I'm all for the cuts. You know, fuck it. Yeah, keep defunding the police, because guess what? You're not going to defund them. They're just going to take funds from other places that, you know, that frankly, I don't really give a fuck about. And I'm starting to see it. You know, now that it's getting warmer, I'm starting to see less, you know, parking enforcement. I see the boot, though, because that's how they doing it. It's like, yo, we're going to go boot cars, make that money. That's probably what they're saying. Your job is to boot cars, make that money. You know, we ain't got the resources to be fucking driving around all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they probably hitting the target areas for the tickets. I mean, they cut back. I see that shit. They cut the fuck back, you know? And then seeing at the Lilac Festival how the lack of police. And then this year, they're not having the Park Ave Fest, though the Rochester media and the government here in Rochester won't tell the people the real reason why they're not having the Park Ave Fest, which is another huge festival. They're saying because of organized. No, bitch, it's because Rochester police ain't got no fucking contract and the resources, because they would be the ones over there policing it, blocking off traffic. They don't have the time for the overtime and all the night shit that goes on. They don't got it. So guess what? There ain't no fucking Park Ave Fest. All right? Here locally in Rochester. You know, the people around this fucking bitch are so stupid, man. I can't stand it. Like, how you not could see the obvious? Y'all know there's a police, and oh, you know, there's no festival this year because of, you know, ramifications from the pandemic, and, you know, the organizers can't get it together and this and that. I'm like, the Park Ave Fest is in one of the most prestigious area in Rochester. You mean to tell me they can't come up with the funds to have a fucking festival and organize it? No, that's not the case. It's because RPD, the Rochester Police Department, don't have the resources, or the city of Rochester, to do the event. That's all it is, boys and girls. Anyways, I hope this is going on in everybody's city, because guess what? It's more freedom from stupid tyranny like parking tickets and shit like that. You know, codes, enforcement, you know, people running around fucking with businesses and shit. They ain't got the resources, you know. And honestly, I mean, there is less police on the street. I mean, which is a bad thing, but it's a good thing. It's a double-edged sword. It's a good thing Because guess what? They're not out fucking with people all day. You know, pulling cars over left and right, right. The unfortunate thing is crimes through the roof because the streets see that. The streets see there's no cops out. They get bold and brazen, and then unfortunately, you know, they're not in tune with themselves, so they do fuck shit and hurt one another, and you know, that's the unfortunate side of it. And you know, the other half of the, you know, that don't partake in that, they don't know themselves enough to want to change their communities and shit like that. So they just dwell in it and live in it. Though they don't like it, they don't support crime and all that drugs and shit. But guess what? They're not in tune enough to sit there and come together and stop it. So yeah, we need the police. Sorry to break the bearer of bad news for all the police haters, but I don't hate police. I hate fucked up police, you know. And I hate the system that the police are under because they're not the ones running out there fucking making all these fuck up ass laws, you know. The unjust does not come from the police. The unjust comes from the fucking government. But they done tricked the people who run around talking about unjust, you know, that it's not the government, which blows my fucking mind. You know, like, I mean, come on. You know, so too many people don't give a fuck. Exactly. So thanks, Mateo. I love you. My man Mateo is serious about that shit. How about this? How about you be ready when nature calls, when God calls you, you just be ready. How about that? And we're gonna leave that one out. You be ready. Can you detach from that fig tree? Because remember, Jesus cursed the fig tree because the motherfucker wasn't growing right. How about that? When the time comes and the floodgates open, will you be ready to detach? So we can keep it at that. But shout out to him. And I will be passing through Philly on one of my journeys because I do want to do some documenting some shit down in Philly, man. That shit's crazy. And I'll swing by and I'll take the fig tree and I'll water it. And guess what? We're gonna have some figs, you know. And I'll really appreciate it. That shit will be very special to me and shit, you know. And guess what? When I relocate, guess where that fig tree will be going? That shit'll be riding shotgun in the motherfucking seat somewhere with a seatbelt on. But anyways, this year, 2020, we are going to see a lot of shit. Yep, we sure are. We already are. And you know, they laid it all out. You know, that energy, man. I just feel something coming and going. Like I don't know what. It just feel like something was being covered and something was coming through. I don't know. I felt it was a good feeling to me. Like it was just a somber feeling watching that, you know, that darkness come over that light. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it could be inverted. You know what I'm saying? It could be inverted. You know, because you know that's why I put, you know, Buffalo illusion. You know what I'm saying? Because we're living an illusion. To add, you know, what even my brother Wise was talking about. We always talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So just to add to that, you know, like that, it's like, yo, something was, either darkness was overtaken, you know, by the light, or light was overtaken by the darkness. You know, either way, that energy kind of, if you ask me, was equal, you know? Because one thing you can't understand, and you can't have darkness without light, and you can't have light without darkness. They don't exist. There is no, you know what I'm saying? You can't, if there's, you can't observe complete darkness and you can't observe complete light. Think about it. How can you? You know, without one or the other. If you have total light, something has to be dark to observe it. If you have total darkness, something has to be light to observe it. Point blank period. You can't even go around that. There's not even any debate in that. Because if you're viewing total light, whatever's being viewed and whatever's in that, whatever's observing that light is obviously going to be a darker than that light. It's just point blank period, you know? And same thing with darkness. Something has to be light to see dark, you know? So that's what we're dealing with. It's like, yo, it was perfect. It's like, that's what we're dealing with. And that's why they try to bring in all this darkness, all this bullshit, is because you know, they know that you know, this is where we at in time, and their time's running out. You know, just like this whole Buffalo shooting thing, like that is the fuel, you know. And like I was saying before, I don't know, I got sidetracked or some shit. It's Monday, so I got sidetracked. But they didn't have to have a police shooting, because look what they did throughout the nation. That energy is still still out there. People are they're looting every day. Every city in America, they're looting, right? It's called just theft, legalized theft, right? Every city across America, crime is through the roof. So they got what they wanted. They don't have to do another one. I was thinking about, like, oh shit, why did I say a police shooting? They don't have to do it anymore. All right, this is why they went with this crap. I'm like, damn, all they had to do was have some white guy shoot up something, and boom, it's the same energy. Actually, even more now, because now it's straight racial. This dude came in. See, a cop is like questionable. Like, it's kind of like these dirty motherfuckers and set us up again, man. When you sit, I'll be sitting there analyzing shit. Like last night, man, I was reflecting on the moon. After I got reflecting on the moon, you know, some other things, reflecting on and harvesting and bringing in some good ass energy. But after all that, I pondered about the shooting. I'm like, these dirty bastards. I'm like, these dirty bastards. You know, I'm thinking to myself, they done set us up again for the alley-oop, right? And this is the fucking slam dunk right here. These dirty motherfuckers, man. Like, that was like the match to what's coming out now. Because think about it. A police shooting can be swayed. Well, he could have been racist or not, da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, it could have been, you know, it could have been justified or not. Like, they give you the option. This shit ain't no fucking option. They straight white supremacists. This dude was white. He hated blacks. He went and killed blacks. That shit is, that's serious now. Now what do you got? You got straight hatred, because now they're propagating the shit out of this one. They are going, you already see the headlines. They're going in on this one. They are going in. If this motherfucking president is going there, all right, this Marxist, Luciferian, psychopath motherfucker who is twisting their own mind, he's literally playing tiddlywinks with them, because the same people that are about abortion are going to be the same people out here at these damn protests, all right? So think about what they're doing. Like, these motherfuckers are even twisting their mind, man. Like, they're really playing mind games with these people, you know? Think about this shit. You know, and as I was thinking, I was like, yo, these motherfuckers, they went 0 to 100 real quick. Because they went straight nigger on the fucking trigger, on the sight of the gun. Like, do you know what that's about to do to people that don't have discernment for their own well-being, let alone somebody else's? It's going to be white, this, black, that, white. It's mostly going to be the black. What it is, unfortunately, it's easy for the black communities and black people to be manipulated. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. Manipulation. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Not for everybody, obviously, but for the majority. It's easy for them to look at that and get angry. Now, white supremacy and all this other shit, conspiracy theories, you know, I look at it like, you know, okay, these motherfuckers, you know. That's why I didn't go up to Buffalo. Like, what am I going to go to Buffalo for? I can't convince anybody anything. You know, I could just record my video, tell you what I see, and that's it. It don't even matter. I'm like, it don't matter, because the energy, they already got it. What the fuck difference does it make? And I lean more towards like, yo, that shit might have been a op. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, somebody went in there and did that, got out of Dodge, replaced with this motherfucker. Boom, he's hypnosis somewhere, whatever the fuck. Like all these other motherfuckers look drugged out or whatever. And boom, you know, this damn well, this motherfucker is not the dude. You know, it ain't. It's not. So it isn't the same fucking person. You know. And I think that if anybody viewed that, the creator, the universe, the energy, gave us a depiction of what this motherfucker looked like. Because when I watch it, I'm like, This is not the same. When they showed a mugshot, I'm like, that ain't the same fucking person. There's no fucking way that's the same person. That's not him. It's just like now we don't even gotta. It's just like boom, the information comes off in our head. Bam, that ain't him. Just like that. That's not him. You know. And the whole thing is they think about how slick they got with this. They dress this motherfucker in fatigues. They're gonna have a motherfucker op come in there look like the motherfuckers. I mean, think about that shit. You know? It doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. I mean, we could put all in the fake shit. Listen, this is some real shit. Let's just say, okay, this really happened. Okay, on a lighter note, it was an op. This was, you know, what do they call that? A double cross, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But let's just go into a mind of an 18-year-old fucking dumbass. Conklin, New York. Okay, look where the fuck Conklin, New York is. I mean, this shit makes no sense. The story don't add up. Wouldn't make any sense. This motherfucker came from Conklin, New York, all right, which is near Binghamton, okay? He drove all the fucking way to Buffalo when he could drove to fucking New York City, all right? He could have drove to what you call it? This motherfucker drives to Buffalo. He skipped Rochester, but there was a thing where he said he was supposed to come to Rochester, which I wish he would have, you know what I'm saying? I wish this would have happened in Rochester because it would be easy to just be like, yo, okay, this is what happened. Knowing so many people in the community, okay, yeah, these people, they ain't here right now. Something happened. They ain't here no more. Something fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? And talking to people, I just know way too many people in Rochester that if this shit happened here, okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker skipped Syracuse, right? There's a black community there, you know, and he drove all the way to fucking Buffalo. And then he drove to a Tops. Instead of going to a community where there's nothing but black folks, because y'all been to Buffalo, and in the hood in Buffalo, y'all know goddamn well you're not gonna have a shortage of that you want to target. And then make it so bad, they didn't even go to the most ghettoest Tops. There's a Top that's, I mean, that's not even ghetto Tops. There's a Tops that's really ghetto, all right, in Buffalo. Okay? He didn't even go to that one. All right? He didn't even technically pick a seriously black community. You know what I'm saying? So, it makes no sense. And to go in a supermarket, like, how did you know that? And then he said shot 2 people and white folks said sorry. No, that's the government mind manipulating you to okay, he said sorry to the white folks, but had no regard for black folks. This is the psychological operation right here. This is what they do. These are the triggers that they need to push to do what? For them not to have to come do anything to make the people divide themselves. Like I said, this all goes back into the whole protest. Remember, they were Black Lives Matter were protested. I think it was in Maryland, Baltimore somewhere, and they was in this rich community, and they went on the property, and these people came out with AR handgun, like, yo, we protecting our property, and they got in trouble. This is the shit that I'm talking about. This is what they're doing. This is what they're prepping for, man. All right? So now they got the abortion. Now they got BLM. What's next? Only God knows. You know what I'm saying? But they're bringing this energy for some crazy division, man. You know? They're bringing this energy for some crazy energy. And then the other shootings, they had a church shooting. You know, I didn't really look at the details of that shit. You know, that was in California. You know, shout out to Blink. You know, sent me that last night. You know, California church. You know,
good afternoon.
One killed, 4 in critical. Shooting at California church in Laguna Hills, California. You know, they had recovered a weapon. You know, I mean, this is what they're doing, y'all. That's why I say, man, it goes right back to what I'm saying. We need to have a reality check and say, do we want to be going through this shit? Because, you know, we got all this shit. We got Mr. 19. We got fucking Enfamil soap running out and shit. Where you can go on Amazon right now and buy the shit. I mean, what the fuck? You know? For those that partake in the Enfamil shit. You know what I'm saying? You got all this shit going on. Like, I mean, this is where we live. This is where we live. All right? This shit don't happen in other countries. And there's people that really are fucking crazy, and this shit don't happen in other countries. You know, and there's people that are really crazy in our everyday lives around here, but still won't do that shit. You know? There's crazy, but they're not gonna, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You know? And a manifesto, this guy's manifesto, conspiracy theory about, you know, about all this stuff, they would know if they were into shit like this. Let's think of this psychopath that set this shit up. All right, just go into an average mindset. If somebody's into all this shit, he's into guns, he's playing this whole fucking thing, he's streaming on Twitch, he wants to make a statement and change, you wouldn't target no fucking people, because you would know that that's not going to do anything but cause problem. Like, it's so dumb. You know who did it. Like, their hand is in the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? If we that know all this shit can come to court with the prosecution, and they can come to court with their story, them motherfuckers be like, look, man, y'all don't even make no fucking sense. These guys over here, they make all the sense in the world. I mean, to a jury, they'll be like, yo, what the fuck? These people over here make sense. You guys, whatever the fuck y'all talking about, don't make no sense. Like, they got more evidence. I mean, where's all the footage? Where's everything? Like, where this, you know, where was this guy at? Where was this car at? This car came from Conklin. We know everywhere that bitch turned, from traffic cameras to LiDAR, radar, license plate readers, all that shit. We know everywhere this motherfucker been. Where's all that evidence? Where every traffic light this motherfucker went through. Where is all that evidence? Where did he buy the car from? Let's get every fucking thing. All right? Okay, you got all his Twitch account, all that shit. Let's see who he was emailing. Let's see who he was talking to. Let's see what he was texting. Let's see what else he was into besides this white supremacist stuff. Let's go. Let's see. Then only, if you're an investigator, what do they call them people back then? The forensic of a serial killer mind. Like, that's what we could do. We could be like, okay, this dude's a conspiracy theorist. You guys say, okay, let's see what else he was into besides just this one thing. Because if this is this one thing, then that, I mean, come on, man. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's so stupid. It's so fucking dumb. You know? Did they say the church guy was an older Asian man? I mean, it'd be interesting. What's good, Neo the Hacker? It would be very interesting if he was an Asian guy, because, like I told you, it's this whole debacle that's going on. All right, this ties with China. All right, you know, it ties in with China, and you know, I mean, at this point in time, I mean, I do believe, you know, in government, the Chinese Communist Party is, you know, under U.S. officials, is doing all this shit. And they're failing and falling. And this is another reason why we might see a ramp up of this stuff, because Chinese Communist Party goes down, the federal government is going to be under investigation itself. You know what I'm saying? By who? I don't fucking know. But they're going to be going down. And also, let's not forget the communist goals. And one of them is to take down the federal government. So by the federal government being intertwined with the Chinese Communist Party, which is a fact, and I've been doing so much, you haven't seen me doing much research and putting videos out, because I've been researching and getting caught up on shit that I had no clue what the fuck was going on. And when I do get it, I'm going to be putting out all videos, posting videos left and right, you know, all kind of information, you know. And we always say, oh, we're on communists, you know, the United States communists turning into communists. No, well, we need to, well, listen, it's time to start going down that road, because these people are linked and intertwined with the Communist Party. All right. So that would mean, yes, we are under a communist government. And there's actually two governments in hand at play right now. All right. And there is a communist government, and they're masked as U.S. officials that are being funded and backed, and, you know, business dealings, and, you know, it's one and the same. You know, there's no doubt in my mind. That's exactly what the fuck is going on. All right. Well, so when we look at what's being done, yeah, it is the federal government. You know what I'm saying? And it's China. You know, Chinese Communist Party. you know. So I mean, it just is what it is, man. And surprisingly, there's people in high places that know that are speaking out, you know. So it's what'd you say? Taiwanese congregation at the church. Really? No way, Cuts. Seriously, send me that. Drop that link, man. Because if it is, that's crazy. And on that note, I'm about to go order my shit so I can ponder that thought. Because if you said Taiwanese congregation at that church, that is pretty fucking wild. You know, that is really wild because that would definitely tie in pieces of the Chinese Communist Party linked to what's going on here with these shootings, because Chinese Communist Party is actually at ends with the Taiwanese government right now as we speak. All right, so that would be very interesting. You know, and like I told you, there's a lot going on in China that we ain't even hearing about finances, seized bank accounts. There's an investigation that is worldwide going on right now, and Chinese assets tied to the Communist Party are being looked at, seized, blocked, and stopped. And they're involving, you better believe the U.S. government officials are involved in this shit. And also large corporations are involved in this investigation. So don't be surprised you see some crazy shit. And you got to think of all this Ukraine and all this other stuff. And that whole Ukraine and Russia incident is a backdrop masking for China. You know, Chinese Communist Party, Russian Communist Party, you know, and when you start looking into this, you're like, damn, there's two Russias that are in play too. You got to just figure out, well, which one is Putin on? Because there's two Russias, there's two Chinas, and we know now that if we really look at things, there's two United States. All right. So, okay, Cuts. I'm about to check that out real quick. I'm going to go on my other phone, but let me go order this shit real quick. So, here, listen to some Purple. We're going to put some thoughts by Personal Beats to think about this shit. And I promise you, no bullshit will come on. This was just Psycho. And it says 14 watch and 14 thumbs up. Yeah. So I'm back, guys. The video live. Let me read some comments while I'm waiting. What's good, Kimmy? The end times, disambiguation. Okay, much love to all. The video live stream looks like a game. Exactly. That's how they wanted it, because that's who they're targeting, is that demographic of people, because they're gonna think Call of Duty, first person shooter games. They're really gonna pay attention to the nigger on the fucking gun, which it also has the number 14, whatever that meant. And then it also has Virginia on this. I think it said maybe, I don't know. I just remember seeing Virginia. Like I said, I didn't research it too much. I didn't research it too much, like in depth, trying to search for what's on the damn gun. But from what I saw, it said Virginia something. It's kind of like, okay, they must be talking about a Virginia shooting. I don't know. Does anybody know what else was on that gun? Disambiguation. Okay, yeah. Let me check that out while we're here. You coming to the below? Yeah, right. The below. What the hell is that? You coming to the below Buffalo? I'm thinking about maybe. I'm seeing what's up with my brother Fake Mike. I told him about it. Because him, he magically can appear to find out. This dude, to find out exactly where Joe Biden's at, and even get where he's at, and somehow get in to be the only motherfucker to get anywhere near these people. So I hit him up to see what was up with Fake Mike. And that'd be dope. I'd like to go up there, because Biden's supposed to be up there tomorrow. Just to go see the scene. It's pretty crazy, man. I've been in the area. It's heavily populated area. You know what I'm saying? And there's cameras everywhere. There's cameras everywhere there. So text me that link real quick, brother. Yeah, Will is that dude. Like I said, man, we're like the X-Men and shit, when we come to, we all have something to give, man. It's so dope. That's why we come together. That's why OKC was so beautiful and dope, man. Now imagine if more, of us was there, but more people that, put out information. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the demographic. It would be like a festival of like knowledge, and like, because you have Zach do his thing, Fake Mike do his thing, I do my thing. Who else was there? Kayla. You had who else was there that makes videos? Neo, but he came to Dallas. Imagine if like Truth Virus was there. Imagine if Wise was there. Imagine if other brothers and sisters there. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Think about it. It would be crazy. Just because we all, you know what I'm saying? It just would be the dopest shit in the fucking world, man. And this is what we need, you know what I'm saying? And the energy would be so more magnified and powerful, because, it's just, I don't know how to explain it, man. But just like I explained it, thanks, Cuts. Just like I explained it before I even went to OKC, and how we need to gather, and how, when we gather, magic will happen, is exactly what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to even, you can just go back and look at the videos. You guys have been rocking out. I've been saying this forever. The day we come together, you're going to see power like you've never seen before. And that's exactly what we've seen. And those that were there witnessed and felt when we got together. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what we felt. So, yeah, man, just imagine that. Imagine that shit. So, yeah, I'm waiting on my brother to, he's been under the weather. Like I said, you guys know, you've seen the news. They was fucking chemtrailing. You see, if you guys been paying attention, posts, they've been chemtrailing the shit out of Massachusetts, Rhode Island area, fucking that area all up. Guess what? Mad people sick. And guess what else they did? They raised the motherfucking, in Boston, Mask mandates, not mandates, but recommendations all of a sudden in Boston, some other places, it's skyrocketing, cases skyrocketing, you know. But he's doing better now, but he was a little under the weather. But I'm like, yo, he said, he spread it to this person, that person. I said, yo, you ain't been paying attention? I said, they've been chemtrailing the fuck out of that area. People been reporting and shit and like, yo, look at this shit. And now everybody's sick. Well, guess what? When you understand you can't pass shit to anybody, all right, you realize, okay, y'all, if y'all all sick, y'all been poisoned somewhere. Where? Well, we know now. Look up. Look up. They even come out with movies telling us to look up and we still can't figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So the convoy will be, yeah, I heard about that, Kimmy. I heard about that. What's good, JJ George? Yeah, I heard about the convoys coming back. The convoy shit is dope. I just ain't been following it, but I'm subscribed to, a lot of the channels that are there, and I've been seeing they've been traveling all across the country, meeting new people and coming and going, and it's just been built. It's pretty beautiful. It's pretty beautiful. Shout out to Just Juice, right? Organic, vegan, fresh juice smoothie bar. And then shout out to, they'll be getting this place next door. There's going to be a therapy. So I definitely will be going there to get some therapy. Not, I mean, like, body work and shit like that. They have ice. She's going to have it really hooked up. And when it is, I'll take the stream on in there. And, y'all will check it out, man. These are just beautiful people, man. She also has a property out in Naples, New York, which is actually it's like she's going to make it like a retreat, but it's already kind of like a retreat. But it's also, she does Airbnb. So I plan on staying there, at some point during the summer, and I'll show y'all. And, it'd be a good place to have a gathering at some point, you know what I mean? And all you got to do is make it there, because it'll all be taken care of. All you got to do is bring your body there, and that's it. So, I'm gonna book a date just to go there with my family and check it out, and then I'll stream and be like, look, hey, how about we, anybody wants to make it, we could make a what you call it, man, just rock out. It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful plot of land. The way she has it, it's set up for a lot of people, and just really good people, man. Really good people. So, anyways, back to the real world. We checking out this news story real quick. Thanks, Cuts. Congregates hog-tied gunmen to thwart more bloodshed in California. Changing what we know, and Los Angeles authorities are under investigation. At least one person was killed, 5 people were injured. The shooter opened fire. The shooter identity has not been released, but sheriff described him as an Asian man in his 60s. Wow. Yo, this is the shit that this dude, because I'm subscribed. I have some not subscribed. What the hell? I be getting some information from coming out of those areas, man, from the people who are they're freedom fighters, and they said that this shit was gonna happen around the world. And they were going to use Chinese people to get Americans to hate Chinese. Yo, this is crazy. I got to make a video later and show you guys what I'm talking about. This happened yesterday. This video was put out like, I would say 3-4 days ago, about how the Chinese Communist Party are going to do shit around the world to make Chinese people look very bad and to make people hate Chinese people. Yo, that's so crazy, man. If this dude is an Asian man, because that's exactly what they were putting out that the Chinese Communist Party was going to do. So that would also let us know, okay, that the Chinese Communist Party and the federal government are one and the same, working hand in hand. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking. All right. Wow. Wow. Where it says the group church has heroes and bravery. Okay, wait. Hog-tied the legs, extension cord. Wait a minute. A group of congregants inside the church prevented further contact with the pyramid gunman. Hog-tied extension cord. All right, okay. Let me read along. Police, the shooter was armed with 2 handguns, entered the church. 30, 40 people inside. Okay. They found the suspect. Was hog-tied. Okay, he was hog-tied. Jerry Chen, 72. Oh no, that was somebody else. Screaming. Chen also. Wow. 4 Asian men. Damn. Okay. Oh, it was a fucking Taiwanese congregation. Wow. Any connection between the shooter? Wow, they actually targeted Taiwanese. Yo, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. The afternoon lunch reception was honoring former pastor of Taiwanese congregation that services at Geneva, according to the statement. Wow. Pastor Billy Chang, sir, please keep leadership of the Taiwanese congregation in Geneva in your prayers. Wow. That's crazy. That's wild. I wonder if send that. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. All right, let me go grab my smooth. I'm gonna play the. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I need to play a crazy one for that. All right, give me 1 second. All right, y'all. Yeah, but that's crazy. Thanks, Cuts, for that information. And that was the 201st shooting of the year, J Bud. Oh, wow. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. Is there any country areas in the state of New York? Oh my God. The whole state of New York is country. That's the thing about America, man. Is it's they want you to think that it's like overpopulated and you know there's nowhere to fucking go, but there is so much fucking land, it's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? There's no shortage of land in New York State at all. None whatsoever. There's none. Yeah, there's no shortage of land in New York State whatsoever. There's so many country areas, rural areas, desolate areas in New York. Yeah, there's tons of land in New York. I mean, shit, there's tons of Mennonite land. There's tons of Amish land here. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much every state is like that, except for like when you get on the like, you know, like when you're riding that track from like Boston down to fucking, you know, Richmond. I mean, that shit's populated up, but you head west, you'll hit country. But Pennsylvania, same thing, nothing but land. You know, they just lie to us. And people believe it. We are nowhere near as, we're not even barely occupying the land here. You got to think. China has fucking billions of people in it. Japan, millions. Taiwan, 24 million people live on that small ass island. All right? 24 million. It's only 350 so-called million people living in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Look how many people live in Pakistan and shit like that. I mean, it's insane. And they want to think 350 million people is overpopulated. It's ridiculous. You know? But, yeah, man, this shit that's going on is pretty wild, man. And the only thing they're surviving off is belief and an illusion. As long as people can believe their bullshit, they can run their bullshit. As long as people can believe it. But that's one story I'm gonna really look into, Cuts, is that church shooting. I didn't know it was. You know, that kind of like it's a perfect link to what's going on over there in Taiwan right now with China, Chinese Communist Party, because Taiwan is under attack and they're using Mr. 19 to attack them, and at the same time they're profiting off of the shit. You know, God knows what's coming over. You know, they're bringing over all the shit that's not you know, them pokers. They had mode RNA contract shipped over there, and then they had Pfizer. You know, so man, how do you weaken it? A people, get them all sick, because they've been fine. Ain't nobody been sick. They've been fine and dandy over there. I done learned a whole lot of shit. You know, it's crazy how all this shit links up when it comes down to your own actual life, like things that in your life, like this shit's connected. That's crazy. It's like you've been given the keys and the eyes to see. You know, like firsthand. Like, here, I'm gonna give you this information right here. You just have to share it, disseminate it, spread it. And here comes the messages from Taiwan. Whoa, shit. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And at this, like I said, at this point, man, I'm really pretty much understanding that this shit is actually happening. You know, ain't no need to stage shit at this point. You know, they just straight. Why pay all these people to, you know, they've been paying them. And if you ain't, we'll look at the news. The CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, is running out of money. They're being bankrupt. They're being, you know, all their assets getting seized and shit. You know, so they ain't got enough to be paying no fucking crisis actors. You know, they ain't got enough to be paying these motherfuckers. So, hey, take all you need is one. Instead of a fucking 100 motherfuckers and paying all these people, just have one to actually go do the shit. And then slip in some flunky that, you know, just, hey, this guy did it. Boom. What are you gonna do? Put him on drugs, get him dumb, manipulate his mind. Next thing you know, he's behind bars. Crazy. Don't know what the fuck happened to him. They're gonna inject him every day, give him meds. Say, you have to take your meds every day, and they Men in Black his fucking mind. And then he actually believes he did it. I mean, this shit, come on, man. We got to think of how psychopathic this government is. Now, you know it. You know Bill Gates is tied to Enfamil. Shit, that was a long ago that he's tied into baby formula. Shit. I think that's a business you can't lose on. I'm about to zip through here real quick, guys. City of Rochester parking garage. Going to the layer where the corruption lays. Going over to the layer. Check this out. Remember I told y'all this shit. Look at all the parking enforcement cars just sitting here doing nothing. Parking enforcement. Chilling. There's like one out here. Maybe like one or two out right now. Gotta cut fun. They got the booters out. And there's another parking enforcement lot. You know, but they ain't got the funds to be sitting around, driving around all fucking day. But, yeah, man. Here comes the rain. But what's good, Mr. McMitten? Shout out to all you guys for rocking out with me this morning. Disambiguation, Mr. McMitten's Goblin, Cuts, J True, J Bub, Kimmy, JJ George, Mateo, Mama 22. The end times are here. Jesse, Neo, Cincinnati Jack, Dirts, what's good? Truth Virus was up in here earlier. Geneva, Angel Baby, Rick James. Again, shout out to send some say what's up to Dale, because you know he's here in he's here in our energy. You know, he's here in our energy. So check out the stream Wise did yesterday on his channel. Dale, y'all seen him in the comments many times. Brother died. He died of a heart attack. You know, and if Wise sees this video, or one of y'all, Brother Cuts, or whoever, Kimmy, whoever, go paste this in the comment section on Wise's stream, or I'll text it to him and say, you know, maybe just email this video, you know, to his family, you know, or maybe I'll make a video or something, do a live stream, and we all just, you know, send our energy over there. Let his family know he was, you know, he had brothers and sisters out here. Again, that's what I look at it like. I don't, you know, some people think, oh, they're subscribers and this and that, and you know, I look at us like brothers and sisters, man. Like, you know, so that's just how I look at it. That's why since I've been on, I never quit. I'm like a cockroach. I ain't never quit, because I know, I guess because years ago I've always had, as long as I can reach one person, you know, my job is done, because I've had, you know, a couple people tell me, you know, I changed their life. That shit changed my life, hearing that, you know. How I changed your life? You just said that. You just changed my life, you know. And hearing shit like that, you know. One guy, I think Mad Pocket knows who he is. He lived in Australia. This was like on my first channel. I haven't heard from him in like about a year, but he was having trouble with waking his family up. And I'm like, you know, going through, I didn't even know he was the one that let me know they had fucking child support and all this other shit in Australia. I'm like, wait, what? They got the same shit over here, over there, like CPS, like all this shit, and all this American shit, I thought. And I was like, damn, really? Custody battles and shit. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that. This was years ago. Like, I had no clue. And, you know, I used to just talk to him, and I was like, told him, like, look, man. And he was fed up with Australia. I forgot where it was from. But he said, you know, I just told him, like, look, man, you just got to follow your path, man. I said, you know, unfortunate thing is, and I found out later that, you know, if you're with somebody and they ain't on the same page as you and they're not awake, they're never going to be awake. I mean, some of them will pretend, but you'll know. And I said, you gotta, make that choice, man. And he was already going through shit. And what he ended up doing is he ended up leaving, moving. That motherfucker went to Costa Rica. And that motherfucker been there ever since, found him a wife, was as happy as ever. And he had he got custody of his kids, I think 30% of the year. So when they're on their summer break or whatever, which is winter here, some weird shit, they're with him in Costa Rica. I'm like, wow, he still would thank me. I haven't talked to him in a while. So that right there lets me know, keep me going. This is comment, if they don't take the guns from U.S. citizens, they will not be able to complete the journey. Honestly, like I said, I don't think they've taken the gun. They don't need to. We're seeing it on display right now with the white supremacists. They don't need to take the guns. They just make it so you can't use it. And I'm not talking about depleting the bullets and all that other shit. They know they can't take no gun. I'm talking about they're going to make it so you can't use it because they're not coming to take anything. The people are going to take it. Communists, the people. They're going to put the power in the people's hands. They're going to convince enough of these old radicalized motherfuckers that we don't need guns. And these people are going to turn. There's going to be a leaked document out of all the gun owners. Remember, we had to register our firearms. We have to register your firearms. Those that legally registered their firearms. And guess what? Motherfuckers who 10 plus 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking guns. Guess who's going to be on your property? No, it's not going to be the government. No, it's not going to be soldiers. It's going to be people. It's going to be these same people, which we can't forget. Anti-gun activists. Phone, So, they're going to make it so you can't use a firearm. Think about it now. Just think. Look at everything they're doing now. Just think hard. They're going to make it hard for you. Yes, some of these anti-gun violent people will get shot. But guess what's going to happen? Oh, now you're talking some strict gun control. Now you're talking, you got a right. Remember, they're beating it down our heads. Oh, you got a right to peacefully protest. Peacefully protest. Yeah, it's going to be peaceful. Yeah, guess where it's going to be? In front of your house. Maybe in your driveway. Better yet, it'll probably be on your lawn. And guess what? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? You might as well just try to find the fucking Ghostbuster because you ain't calling 911. They're going to come there and they're going to make sure them people stay on your property. They're going to make sure you don't come out with any kind of weapon threatening them to leave. Telling you, people think I'm fucking stupid and crazy. You go ahead and cock your gun if you want to. You're going to be the one shot by the fucking police. And you know damn well it don't work both ways. You're not going to shoot. You're not going to, cock your gun, get shot, be dead. There's not going to be 100,000 motherfuckers in front of your house talking about some First Amendment, Second Amendment, the Constitution matters. We need to, this is not right. This is unjust that we were shot. No. It don't work both ways. It don't work both ways. If a fellow American defends their property, gets shot by the police because some motherfuckers that are against the Constitution and everything it stands for are on their property where they don't belong, gets shot. All right, the owner of the property gets shot. You're not going to see a protest, guaranteed, because it don't work both ways. Yeah, people call me crazy for thinking this way, but you see it all right now. They put all the chess pieces in play, to do exactly that. Because I've been on Antifa pages. Some of them, I don't even know how I found them or got on them, but when I go looking for information, the universe, the energy moves me to find it, and I've been on it, I've shared the videos. They do this already. They target people that are patriots, but they call them white supremacists, right? And they're just paid. I'm like, where the fuck they see white supremacists anywhere? I actually see some black people in the group they're talking about. What the fuck is these Antifa talking about white supremacists? And they follow them around, they harass them, they do all this type of shit, and next thing you know, they're in jail for hate crime. How does that work? They're already practicing and doing this shit. You know? So thanks, Nathan. Have you heard about Biden signing a treaty? Somebody was talking about it. But yeah, man, it's about to get wicked. That's why I tell people, man, I had the reality check video. We need to just get the fuck out the way. This shit, they moving it, the goalposts too fast. And at this point, you know, not only is the train coming, but there's a train coming. We on the track, the train's coming. We look off the track, the police said we can't be on the train track. Now what do? We gotta run, we got police on both sides of the train track and the train is fucking coming. What are we gonna do? You know? And we already know the target. You know? Yeah, I gotta check it out, Kimmy. Trade will remove all sovereignty. Well, technically, there is no sovereignty for U.S. citizens anyway. So that shit, they already removed that shit a long time ago because we're under colors instead of actual peoples. You know, that's what we're under. We're supposed to be under people, you know, protected by the state. You know, that's how it works. A person can't be sovereign. Only the nation could be sovereign and the people tied to it. That's how it all works. But we're so fucked up. We're running around this bitch, born on this land, and we ain't even a part of it. Ain't that some shit? It's crazy how they fucked us over on, you know. That's why I put the title, it's all an illusion. From the illusion of being American, the illusion of living, which I mean by that is none of us are actually living. We're just surviving, thinking we're living, and also the illusion of this fucking whole reality anyways. But I don't want to go real deep in that, but you know. Exactly, Goblin. If only the blue knew they were participating in their own enslavement, maybe they would question. Yeah, if we could ever reach law enforcement, the game would be fucking over. You know, the game would be over because they're the one with all the fucking military equipment. They're the ones that can violate the fucking Third Amendment. No soldiers in your home, you know, but the American people are so fucking stupid they can't realize that the goddamn police are the fucking soldiers, because when the soldiers come home, guess what? They ain't got a fucking firearm. They got no power. The fucking people that defend this so-called nation, all right, from the illusion of the most dangerous shit that they ever can do, with mines and bombs and guns and war and all this other shit. When they come home to their own nation, they can't even have a fucking firearm. You know? That's fucked up. Police got more power to tell them what the fuck to do. Well, I served in the military. Bitch, I'm a cop. Lay down, motherfucker. Get out the fucking way. Go ahead and let a military. You know how many times I've seen a military man face down on the fucking ground with a gun pointed to his head by a cop? It should be the other way around. Nope. U.S. military. A fucking city cop. A city cop has more authority and power than a fucking U.S. military soldier that swore to defend the fucking nation with his life. Ain't that crazy? That's why this bitch needs to just all be in. This shit needs to cease to exist very fast. You know? It really does, man. So then who will decide how to deal? The WHO is the Chinese Communist Party. If anybody doesn't know, the WHO is the Chinese Communist Party. So this just goes to show you, and it's linking all the shit that, you know, I've been researching over, because Biden obviously is in bed with the Chinese Communist Party, because if he signs this, he knows the WHO is the CCP. All right. And it's crazy because China knows that. I thought the Chinese Communist Party is the WHO. I mean, the one of that fucking dark-skinned guy with the glasses, he's corrupt as fuck. He's got literal genocide under his belt, and he's on the WHO. Like, what the fuck? That's what I'm saying, man. We need to do a reality check and say, you know what? Whatever they, I mean, what can we, you know, what can we do? You know? What the fuck can we do? And especially looking at all these shootings, this Buffalo shooting was even a bigger wake-up call. Like, yo, they convinced these people so hard and so easy. Now there's black and white division and hate. Just like that. You know, could you imagine going to work today? This is all everyone's going to talk about. You know? This is all anyone's going to talk about. You know? And then you're starting to see shit. I stand with Buffalo. Like, oh my God, I almost lost my mind when I saw that. I'm like, holy shit, here we go. I stand with Buffalo now. So, you know. I mean, it is what it is, guys. Living in a very interesting time, man. But it's a beautiful time to be alive, baby. Because we're going to see it. We're going to witness it. And, you know. We're about to witness this shit. We are about to witness it. Stability of the global banking and insurance sector. What are you talking about? Green swan? You see, this is the thing, guys. We gotta realize, you know why they need this shit, the great reset. You know, they need you know, their plan in motion, because the stronghold is falling. It's not even amongst the people, it's amongst other governments. They're like, man, fuck that. Other governments are like, man, fuck what you talking about. You know, that's basically what's happening. The people are tired of playing the game. You know? So a collapse has to happen no matter what. They just want to call it the Great Reset because these motherfuckers know the shit's collapsing. If anybody watched any of the fucking what was it, 2020 World Economic Forum, when Ukraine president, the same motherfucker that you see dancing in fucking G-strings and shit, literally out of his own fucking mouth said the Ukrainian people are cheap. He opened up the door for investors and everything to buy Ukraine, basically. And look, we have such and such million people and they're cheap. He said this shit. He had to backtrack it a little bit while he was said it. But he said it out of his own fucking mouth. He said it. Ukraine people are cheap. Here we go. War in Ukraine. No, it's called, bitch, we sold to the highest bidder. We got to get rid of sovereignty of Ukrainian people. So here, let's create a war. It'll be destroyed. You know, it'll collapse because it's a war. You know, it just blows some shit up, blow some whole buildings up. Boom, boom, boom. Some people will die, but not many because we need them. We can't kill all of our fucking commodity. That's what we invest in, is the people. The land is extra, but the people are the most important thing, because what the fuck we gonna do? You know, so they can inflate how many people dying and killing and this and that, show dummies, pictures of dummies, people doing peace signs, smoking cigarettes and shit in body bags. I mean, come on, man. It don't take 2 and 2 to put this shit together, you know? And also will position a powerful government in the region, all right? For who? The next fucking phase is Syria, Iran, you know? And I didn't even know Taiwan's in the mix, you know? But they fucked around and gave Taiwan so much fucking U.S. military equipment and fucking bombs and shit that the Chinese Communist Party can't fucking go in there and do shit because they got a strong ass military. And China don't back the Chinese Communist Party. Ain't that some shit? Little do we fucking realize we know, man. And it makes me down like, and this is another thing. We're closed off from the rest of the world. We think we getting information. We are closed the fuck off from the rest of the world, man. You know? Elon Musk, too, being propagated as in China as fucking being a presidential candidate. Ain't that some shit? So don't be surprised if you hear that in the next year for 2024. Elon Musk. You know, that's being propagated in China as we speak. I don't know what the fuck is going on, you know? But it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. Again, shout out to all you guys. In Monopoly, in real life, Musk purchased Twitter for $44 billion. Monopoly for $44 billion, a huge slap to the U.S., man. The dragon owns a lot of the land everywhere. So, oh yeah, that motherfucker is eviler than a bitch. That motherfucking WHO motherfucker, he's like on record. Like, this shit is not even, you can't even make this shit up. It's not, they can't even call it a conspiracy. This bitch has got genocide all over the fucking, he literally, he done what they said he did. You know? It's fucking crazy, man. That's why they do what they do, because nobody says shit. Nobody does nothing. So, yeah. But anyway, shout out to all you guys. Yeah, they definitely do treat our vets like shit here, man. It's disgusting. Most of the vets are on the corners asking for dollars because they inject them with all that shit, mind-altering drugs and shit. Who knows what be on these bases and in all this equipment to keep their minds as a murder machines. But as soon as they leave that bitch, why do they all, most of them have psychological issues? You know? Think about that shit, man. We know these people are into some crazy shit. We know that. It ain't even a secret no more. You know? It's not no coincidence, you know, PTSD or whatever, all this war, Iraq war syndrome where their mind just gone. Man, come on. You know, some people come back okay because that shit didn't work in their DNA or whatever the fuck it was. Some people come back and actually wake the fuck up. But most of them, man, I mean, they have to do that. Think about it. if you're a government and you got these motherfuckers using your shit, using your guns and machine guns and aircraft carriers and airplanes and shit, you better believe one of your top fucking, think of a military whole op. Like that shit is sophisticated as fuck. So wouldn't you think, okay, let's make sure none of these motherfuckers ever want to use this shit on us. Boom, mind manipulation. I mean, that's just a given. You got to make sure, okay, we got all this might, but it ain't no good if it gets into the wrong hands. Meaning the people that actually use it come to their senses and be like, you know what? I think it's the government fucking us. Yeah, you know what? Let's take these 20 F-16s and let's head over to Switzerland or fucking DC or some shit. So you know they have to have mind-altering drugs and injections put in these people, man. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. You know? That's the only thing I could think of that, you know, is why that a lot of so many veterans and post people that have been in, you know, in military that you know, that they lose their mind. You know, Men in Black, that shit ain't no lie. They embed something to when they get back in society that they just, I don't know, man. It's crazy. What's good, NH guy? And American people are known as the stupid people in the world. Dumb Americans. You know? Can't you see how, like, some foreigners come over and act towards us? Like, they're over here with us, and they act shitty to us because they think of us as dumb Americans, because we are dumb Americans because we don't take advantage of what the fuck is here. They like, yo, we can't have none of this shit over where we're at. Y'all some dumbass Americans. You know? They like, damn, they let y'all, you don't see most foreigners shopping at going to the places we go to. You'll see some that falling by the wayside and fall into the American ways, but you're not gonna go into McDonald's and see Indian, Pakistan, a lot of Asians, a lot of fucking Africans and shit in no fucking McDonald's. You ain't gonna see that shit. And that Burger King and shit. You'll see some, like I said, that falling, but you're not gonna see them there. You know, you ain't gonna see them there. You ain't gonna see a bunch of Chinese people at a fucking Chinese fast food takeout. You ain't gonna see them in there. Most of the Chinese people that work in there don't even eat the shit that they, you know, they'll eat it in a different way. It'll be made a lot different. This is what it is. Shit over here. It'll be made a lot different. So, you know, yeah, we're pretty in bad shape, man. I agree. Yeah, smash the bash button. Thanks. Even though, you know, it's not my thing, but thanks, disambiguation, and you know, always a good stream. Like I said, man, push this fucking bullshit ass energy that they're trying to harvest it back and keep receiving what came through last night and what was cut off, you know, because something changed yesterday. All right. Let's hope their little race shit don't work and people realize, you know what? Just because one person went in here, let's just think like the sheep. Just because one person went in and did this don't mean everybody's like that. But that's another crazy thing is like the media, the media, literally the fucking media is portraying it that this is what the world we live in. Like they should, like I'm telling you, man, this country should have been on fucking fire. All the news stations should have been vacant by now with fucking just smoke. What's that shit? Soot on all of the fucking windows. Like, it should already been. Not because people resort to violence, but because these places don't need to exist because they're a detriment to fucking humanity. You know? It fucks up the progress of humanity. As humans coming together, realizing what they truly are, realizing, you know, who they truly are. That's what happened, you know? It's fucking crazy, man. Like they propagating this shit all over the news, all white supremacy. It's obvious what the fuck they're doing. They're dividing us, dumbass. I'm gonna hear all day today. I don't even want to go through the shit today. Yo, everybody, yo, you heard about that shit, Buffalo, man? Fucking crazy, man. Fuck. What do I even say at this point? I ain't gonna say it's, you know, man, don't believe that shit or da da da. Just tell them like, bitch, you believe that this shit is all, that everybody is racist if you want to, because that's what they're painting. Everybody's racist. Everybody's a fucking psychopath, you know? Fuck, they ain't give a shit about no white supremacy before, and all of a sudden it's all white supremacy. Meanwhile, the same ones that are telling you about white supremacy, it's white supremacy. Damn. How's somebody gonna be a white supremacist that ain't even a supremacist? I mean, that shit, it's just like, they literally, and I don't want to insult 5-year-olds, so let's insult the 18 to 25 fucking liberal-minded dumbasses. They think we're all those liberal-minded fucking dumbass fucking people. The ones that believe anything they say, run out, oh God, abortion rights, oh God, I got a right to fucking, you got a right to be a fucking piece of shit out of somebody's ass. You got a right to be a rock. If you want to be a fucking toad, you could be a toad. Who gives a fuck? Just keep that shit to yourself. You ain't got to portray it and, you know, let everybody know about it and fucking like try to push it on everybody else and have it in fucking schools and parade every fucking where. Oh God, okay, you do that. Keep that shit in your own fucking well-being. That's the opposite of racism. It's like if somebody didn't like fucking black people or this type of person, let's just use black people. Fuck it. It's just like a white supremacist person that you think that everybody is. A white person is running around saying, I hate all N-words, F all N-words, all around, having parades down the street, F all N-words. Yeah, I'm a white supremacist. Them motherfuckers will be dead. They'd be dead. But, you know, they can push all this shit that we don't fucking partake in, believe in, and all this other shit, and we don't really give a fuck about it, and just bust it all down our throats, teach our kids this shit. It's like, what the fuck, man? What's it gonna take? You know what I'm saying? What's it gonna take for them literally just take your kid out? Well, we're gonna teach Johnny. CPS gonna start taking kids, people that don't believe it, and say, yep, Johnny's gonna be over here now learning about dicks and buttholes. That's what we're gonna teach Johnny at 2 to fucking 5 years old. You don't want to do it, you just lost custody of your fucking child. I mean, that's where we're fucking headed, honestly. Think about this shit. It's sick, man. Sick, twisted bullshit. You know? I forgot what I was about to look up. Do something. But that's what we living in, man. All the news, white supremacists, white supremacists, white supremacists, from a guy who wasn't even a white supremacist, right? A guy who wasn't even a white supremacist. What I mean by that is, what is he supreme in? That motherfucker didn't own shit. He didn't have nothing. What was he supreme of? How could he be a white supremacist? Shit don't even make any sense. Really, it's fucking stupid and people fall for this bullshit. It really does. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Not to mention the fucking right? Let's go. So if anybody would look up supreme and supremacist, which ain't even a fucking word, right? What are they, that's the etymology of the word. What do they call it in their world today? Supremacist definition, let's see. Supremacist. Okay, this is what they call it. Advocate of supremacy in a particular group, especially one determined by race or sex. Oh, this is their dictionary, right? An advocate of the supremacy of a particular group. It's not even race, especially one determined by race or sex. So wait a minute. So we got, okay, so we can label LGBT as a sex supremacist group. Let's start flipping this shit around on these people. The sex, we're gonna, for now on, I'm not even gonna use LGBT anymore. They're sex supremacists. All right, now I'm talking about people that are gay and all that. I get it. I'm talking about the fucking radicalized, psycho, crazy ones that are fucking obviously mentally ill at this point. Let's just call them sex supremacists. Oh, you're talking about the sex supremacist group, LGBTQ, right? And I'm glad I've seen some people out there who says I'm gay, but I don't support LGBT. Oh, that fucks the whole game up right there. And I've seen that shit before on a shirt, you know? And I was at the damn Lilac Festival, man, the shit that I saw blew my fucking mind. Grown-ass 50, 60-year-old men holding hands. I mean, I get it, but damn. I mean, I don't get it, but I get it. I mean, yeah, you could be that, but god damn, man, I don't understand that shit. And this is a new one. We've seen about 3 couples like this. Now, this shit I don't get. This is the shit that I don't even fucking get right here. All right? But I love you. But I don't get it. 3 couples. So this shit is some new wave or some shit. But you see a woman, straight woman. Straight woman. Look just like a woman. You know, everything. Boom, you know she's a woman. With a man that looks like a fucking woman. Like, I don't know what, is this some new shit out here? But it's a man dressed like a fucking, dressed just fruity as a fucking fruit blossom. I'm talking gay as all hell, holding hands, kiss. They're a couple. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute now. I'm totally confused with that one. That shit had me literally flabbergasted when I saw it. And I saw it 3 times with 3 different groups, 3 different couples. You know what I'm saying? That's what I saw. Blew my fucking mind. Now, call me crazy, but that shit is crazy. Have y'all seen that shit yet? I mean, have y'all seen this? And this is from the sex supremacy group. Sex supremacists. That's what we're going to call it. And then can't nobody say we're wrong. So that's their definition. It says that of supremacy of a particular group. That they walk around like they own everything. They got all these rights and they fight for this and that. So they're supremacy. They're a supremacist. So they're a sex supremacist group. All right? That's their definition. And I say, hey, that's what y'all is. That's a sex supremacist group. Because y'all believe that y'all have all these rights and more powerful than everybody and you can do that and this fuck everything else. You're a sex supremacist, man. You're a sex supremacist group. Look at the definition of it. And they'll guess glitch the fuck out. Yep, especially one determined by race or sex. Yep. So, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, man, let me know if y'all seen that shit yet, because I was like, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. I'm like, wait a minute, because I'm confused now because I'm like totally fucking confused now because I just saw a woman, pretty ass woman with a dude, but the dude had some titties, some little shorts and a beard. I'm like totally fucked up behind this one. I'm like, yo, there's a walking by ferment right here. And this shit, seen this shit 3 times. I'm like, yo, what is going on right here? And they're holding hands, kissing. I'm like, yo, this shit is weird. I don't know if this is some type of publicity, but I've seen it 3 times, man. It blew my mind. You see that everywhere? I don't see it there. I see a lot of shit, but that one, I don't see that often. I mean, you'll see them together. You know, I'll see them together like friends, but these is like couples, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, what do you even call that? Girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend? Girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend? What is that shit? Because that shit got me totally fucked up, man. And it's no offense to nobody. I'm not whatever words they use to describe me, I'm not that. I love all people. I'll be around anybody. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? There's no shame in what hole I like. I mean, shit. I already know where I like to go. You know, so I'm comfortable with my damn sexuality for sure. All right, so I ain't got no problem with nobody. You know, but goddamn, I swear that I'm still thinking about that. Even my kids was like, yo, We ain't never seen no shit like that. I mean, I've seen a gay guy I've seen a gay guy with a woman before, but I'm talking about dressed like a woman. Because I'm like, yo, don't this defeat the whole purpose? Like, what is that? Sorry, guys. I just bugging off of that shit. Because I literally was like, I just don't understand it. I mean, what is being done here? Like, what's being fulfilled here? I don't know about this, guys, but this is City Hall. This is Protest Alley, and they got it blocked off, road closed for no reason. There's a dumpster. So I'm just saying this looks like there's going to be a protest here. Just saying, because there's no reason for this to be closed. Oh yeah, I see up there. Okay. All right, yeah, they are doing construction up there. But it actually gives it a perfect venue for a protest. So, yeah. But yeah, y'all, so humans doomed. It is, James Page. Humanity is fucked. And I was walking, and, I kind of said something out loud, and there was a guy with a bunch of kids, like, in their, like, early teens. And he was like, you could say that again. I'm like, oh, shit, I said that too loud. I'm sorry. He's like, no, it needs to be said louder. Because I said, yo, humanity is fucking doomed. Because something walked past me. I don't know what it was. It was a Sinead O'Connor guy with tits and a skirt on and his belly out with a G-string thong and fishnet pants with some high heels, and he was heavy. And I'm like, humanity's fucking doomed. Even his kids were like, what? People were just like, yo. So it's not as bad as we think. There's more people that feel like we do, but they're just not outspoken, and they're waiting for us. Therefore, they got the poke. This is what the whole poker is about. This is what all this is about, because we infect them to wake the fuck up. They can't have that. So when I said that, the guy, he said, you can say that again. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. He's like, no, it needs to be said louder. He said, because we are doomed. And I'm like, thank you, man, thank you. It's good to know there's other people, so. And you're right, Mr. McNitt. It's unnatural, and it's just, it's crazy. You got a right, like I said, people got a right to live this way. When they're old, that shit's gonna come back, and they're gonna realize people think that this reality is like, people think that they're actually living in this reality and they're in control. Bitch, you ain't in control, because guess what? Your motherfucking body gonna tell you who's in control. See, it ain't no 90-year-old fucking or there might be. It ain't no 90-year-old motherfuckers that got their dick chopped off, in a nursing home. Because guess what? Your good old DNA at some point is going to let you know you fucked up. All right? Through your conscience, through something. It's going to let you know you fucked up big time. I'm just saying. I got to plug my phone in. I got a black screen for a minute. Not that I'm hiding from the camera or anything, but, your good old body going to let you know you fucked up somewhere in your life. You know what I'm saying? They're going to let you know you fucked up big time. And because it's unnatural, just like you said. It's 100% unnatural. It's undivinely. It's not in line with you as your being, no matter how much you think it feels that it's how it was born, and there have been some things put in the DNA through the food supply, through the water supply, through the air to, make people, activate different pheromones in people's body to be this way and shit like that. I get it. But at some point, your body is going to let you know who the fuck you truly are. You know what I'm saying? Your body's going to let you know who you truly are. And when that comes, regret going to set in. The unbalance that you had with your own being going to set in. You know what I'm saying? Because I just look at nature, Yeah, there's animals that hump each other and shit like that, but Ain't nothing running around trying to change bite their genitals off and grow some titties and all this other crazy shit and just whatever the fuck. That shit just don't happen. It ain't gonna happen. You know, just because you can do it don't mean to fucking do it. You can probably make yourself with, you know, say fuck. People just start saying, you know what? I don't want one dick. I want two. I don't want one vagina. I want two of them shits. Yeah, I want to be known as the double-dicked guy. You know what I'm saying? I want to have two at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, where does this shit stop? You know? Where does this shit fucking stop? Think about it. Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want to your body. You can say, you know what? Man, fuck it. Now I'm growing titties. Where does it stop there? Let me grow a third titty in the middle, like that Shiva, whatever the fuck it is. Let me grow a third titty. You'll see motherfuckers starting to grow a third titty. You know what I mean? They start getting real wicked with this shit. You know, now motherfuckers want to, you know, they already want to look like animals. Now people, hey, I want a tail attached to it, a real live tail. You know, I want to really be a cat or some shit. You know, people already doing this shit, man. I don't know, man. This shit's just crazy, man. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Mr. McMitten. It's all self-hate because who hates themselves? The people in control. That's why they need control, because they hate themselves. They gotta maintain control because they hate themselves. Why? Because they're in the body of a fucking human being. Whatever they are, fallen angles of light, whatever they are, they're in the human form and they don't like it. Therefore, they want us to be against it. Therefore, they built this whole matrix against what they're into. You know, no matter how hard they try to sugarcoat this bitch, right? No matter how hard they try to sugarcoat this shit, right? They can't stand this fucking reality. They hate it. You know, they want to say, oh, you know, we need to do better, climate change, this and that. You know, no, they ain't trying to change to fucking help the climate. They're trying to change you to live in harmonious with the climate. They want you to be more against the climate. All right? They want to feed you genetically modified shit. They're so bad, they're trying to trick people to think, oh, you know, the meat, yeah. Get all the people on board because meat is actually natural. They don't even want you there no more. They want everything fake. Fake vegetables, fake meat, fake all that shit. You know? So, yeah, this shit's crazy, man. Really is. Video did a couple years back about trust stamp beast system. What happened to that? All right, let me think, because, you know, I'll be making so many videos. Remember the video you did about trust stamp beat system? Yeah, you might have to refresh me a little bit on that one. I do a lot of videos. Sometimes I'll be streaming, and that's why anyone who creates information will tell you they don't remember. You know, I don't even remember that video. Damn, you go back and listen to shit, you're like, damn, I don't even remember saying that, because we actually are streaming from another place. You know what I'm saying? We're streaming from, you know, something. Juice passport? Oh, the Vax Pass. I did a lot of shit on that. I'm sure I got it somewhere. You know? Yeah, Nestle is wicked as fuck. The reason I realize Nestle was wicked because when I worked at a food processing plant, I was curious on why we can picture a 500-gallon tank or 800-gallon tank, right? I don't know if anybody can picture how big that shit is, but literally there was an ingredient we put in called Tarzanite. There was another one we put called titanium dioxide. And I was like, why the fuck are we putting, like, literally, you would literally put, like, I forgot how much it was, like, maybe 5 grams, which is like a dusting. Like, literally, the shit was like a dusting. It's like white powder, and it's literally. I'm like, what the fuck can this possibly do? This don't even need to be in. I used to be like, man, what the fuck? Why you always? I'm like, oh, why waste time putting that shit in there? You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, it was a nano metal. Like it was a nanoparticulate that makes it able so you can fucking heat up spaghetti sauce in the fucking microwave, because without of it, oh, you're gonna have a fucking mess in your fucking microwave, you know? There's a reason why you can't microwave meat. Well, real meat. Like you're not gonna microwave a fucking steak, a burger, shit like that. People's tried, but you're not gonna microwave an egg and shit like that. You know, why? You gotta wonder, like if anybody is still using the microwave to this day, please stop. You know, because you're literally, I mean, you're literally in bad shape. You know, just please stop using the fucking microwave. You know, but you know, let's see. So yeah. You know, come to find out that this was when I started researching after I woke up and shit, like, yo, that was a nano fucking metal. And then so was the other one. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, man. And you know, me, like, they don't teach you the material safety data sheet after I looked at it. I'm like, yo, you're not even supposed to be inhaling that shit. You're supposed to use a respirator. They had us using, like, fucking nothing. Like, we could wear a dust mask, you know. But other than that, it's like nobody really, you know, I was always kind of cautious of what I breathed in there anyway, but I'm thinking like, yo, that shit could have been floating around in the air and we breathed that shit in, and it's just fucked up that they put that in the food, man. And that's that's in a lot of foods. And Nestle was one of the, you know, sauces, you know, that they put it in. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. But now what they did is they got slick. It would be grown. They have actual vegetables and fruit that are actually, they grow that material in them. It's pretty mind blowing. You know that you know, another thing that we know is they had metal detectors on all the jars, and they would have to set the sensitivity so high. I'm like, yo, this shit won't even. I could put a fucking penny in the bitch. It won't reject it. You know what I'm saying? Because you used to have to test it and do the sensitivity when on the jar filler, right? I was a cook. I was a head cook at this place. Like, if y'all ever ate spaghetti sauce that wasn't ragu, if y'all ever ate Tostitos salsa, con queso, if you ever ate any Alfredos in the jars, if you ever ate any of that shit, like over 15 years ago, I made it for you. That was was your cook. So that's one thing I'm proud of I could say at that job, as I cooked for America. You know what I'm saying? If you ate pasta sauce, if you ate it in a restaurant, because we made shit for restaurants and everything. If you ate any kind of pasta sauce, basically any of the main brand salsas, you know, Frito-Lay salsas, if you have any other dips, you know, the con queso, yours truly made that shit. You might have got a couple jars that wasn't even hot, because I forgot to put the capsicum in the shit to make it hot. Because believe me, peppers are not hot. All right? The sweet peppers aren't hot. All right? You got to make it hot. And that's what capsicum oleoresin, which is just mace, basically. All you actually put mace inside of the fucking, the fucking kettle. So, you know, if y'all ate that shit, I cooked for you. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you, it's very clean. You know, I would eat it. I still to this day, you know, I you know, eat pasta sauce, you know, certain salsas. And actually, the Tostito salsa is very natural, except the salt, the sodium. It's all the ingredients are straight, you know. They don't put anything in there but garlic powder, water. They use garlic powder, water, salt. What other spice is that? Onion powder, diced tomatoes. I mean, the shit's all, there's nothing in there. It's good, very good for you. Except for the salt. You know, so and they don't nuke it or anything like that. It's just, it tastes better in the fucking kettle than it does because it got to go through a heating process that's regulated. But it tastes better when it's in the kettle, when it's heated up to 198 degrees. But then when it gets to it got to go through a heating tubes and a heat exchanger and then the cooler. Coolers totally tastes different. But when it's in that kettle, that motherfucker tastes good as hell. So, but anyways, so yeah, if y'all ate that shit I cooked for y'all, and I'm proud of that. And yeah. So, but anyways, Nestle and Pepsi are the largest polluters of plastic in the ocean. They are. But in reality is when we bust that microcosm down, honestly, we are to blame for that shit, because technically Nestle and Pepsi aren't doing this shit. They're making a product, they're putting it out. Yes, it's in plastic, but whose job is it to get to where it needs to get? It's our job, and that's what we fail at, because for one, we as an individual fail. Not we purposely, but obviously we're going to put our shit in the garbage. We're not heaving shit out the fucking window. I'm talking about the blind, uncaring, masses. And then think about it. If you think about all them products, they're all garbage. So the universe shows you, that's just what your body is doing. It's producing all that garbage, and where is it going? On beautiful Earth, which is actually our living space, right? So the same shit that's in the fucking garbage that's all over the place is in your fucking body. So therefore, people that eat that, it's a reflection of yourself. You're eating garbage. So look, this is what's happening to your body. This is what's happening to your body. It's trash. It's garbage. It's trash. It's garbage. So, it's a reflection of you. But those companies, all right? Those companies, hold on, guys. Those companies, right?
Man, I was out there watching.
Sorry about that. I had a call. But so back to what I was saying. These companies, they put it out, but whose responsibility is it to get it to where that's our responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's just showing you that the stuff that people eat makes these people's mind is trash. Their body's trash. Their mind is trash. So they don't give a fuck. They're the consumer. They're the uncaring masses that don't give a fuck. They're just the takers in the world. They might be a loving people and this and that and this and that, but they're actually, when you bust them down spiritually and in their physical being, they're actually takers. They don't give nothing back. They don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've literally seen people drink some shit and just heave it over their shoulder. Like, what the fuck? That shit is crazy to me now. And I get it. I've been young and stupid. I wasn't no saint. I wasn't born a fucking saint. Listen, when I used to eat McDonald's and garbage, guess where that shit was going? I'd clean out the fucking window. And I regret that shit to this day. The shit that I used to do. That's why I'm so it's like a mission now to change, to be a change and to talk about a change. Because I've been there. So I know. That's what, I could talk about it because I've done it. I know what they thinking. They not. They ain't even thinking. They just like, oh, I finished. I don't want to carry this shit. I ain't looking for no garbage. And it's out, So what the fuck? I'm not scared to admit who the fuck I ever was. Like, that was maybe who I am today. You know, a lot of people, you know, like they've been a saint all their life. I ain't been no fucking saint, far from it. But I know now, I wouldn't dare do it now. I walk around now, weird shit. I was in the bathroom again the other day. I've told you about this before. I went to a stall. I'm like, God damn it, it was a fucking nightmare. What I do? Sat there, cleaned all the shit up like a dumbass. But I just feel like, you know, it's my thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's something that is in me now that I take with me. I'm at a garbage. I go, yesterday I had some vegan ice cream with my family. We go, the fucking garbage cans overflowing. I'm like, damn, this is like playing Jenga. We gotta put it up. And there was a plate laying on the floor. So I picked the plate up, put it in the garbage. I mean, this is what we should be doing. We should all be playing our role, taking our 6-foot radius with us everywhere we go. This world will be a better place, man. You know, this world will be a better place. You know, I'm not saying you got to pick up every fucking thing, but, you know, when your eyes hit something and it says, man, you know, you should pick it up. You should pick it up because that's the universe telling you, this is your mission. What are you doing? Pick it up, you know? Get it. Move it out the way, you know? So from experience, I know I was one of those people. So back to the whole, we can't blame Nestle. We can't blame Pepsi. You know who we got to blame? Us, because it's a choice. We got to blame humanity. These psychopath fucks create all this bullshit. And then through that, they give us the karma. They're like, bitch, what are y'all talking about? This climate change is your fault. You're the problem. Look at our oceans. You're the problem. This is why they can point the finger. Because in reality it is our fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? It is our fault. And then not to mention, how is it our fault? Because they have equipment and machines that can get rid of all this stuff. Not to mention, they pay. They pay you to bring in these fucking bottles. All right? They pay you to bring in these bottles. Now, the plastics and the shit that they don't recycle and give you money for, they don't pay you, obviously. But there's recycling equipment that actually generates energy, like Back to the fucking future, right? That we can all have in our home, but they won't allow it. They have big ass equipment in other countries to incinerate the shit, to get rid of it all, and you have zero waste. But you think they're going to give it to the American people? No. Why? There's too much money in garbage. There's too much money in trash. There's too much money in your fuck up, right? There's too much money in that. But they have equipment that is illegal to sell here in the United States of America. Why? Because it's less money for them. Because then they don't have no money to sell you natural gas. We could all have an incinerator at our house that gives us energy, power, a small unit that can give us energy. It's illegal to have in the United States. Why? For one, you're independent. Two, you don't have no garbage. Do you know, when I used to live in this other town, them motherfuckers knew I didn't have a fucking garbage can and was fucking giving me fines for not having a garbage can, even though I had a garbage can somewhere else. Just because I didn't have a garbage can, they came around and gave fines. Like, this is the world we live in. It's sick. It's a sick world. You know? It's a fucking sick ass world. So, you know, the whole thing with the plastic, I mean, again, it's our fault because we let these psychopaths tell us, oh, yeah, it's your fault. You know, this, that, this. Well, you got to recycle and this, that, and no, bitch. How about we have this equipment right here? Oh, well, nope. We let these psychopaths, just do whatever the fuck they want to us. And while we just sit there like little babies, you know, watching TV and all this other shit. So, sorry to go off on a rant like that, but you know, what's good, wise. But yeah, you know, I mentioned you earlier about, you know, sharing, maybe, you know, create something for his wife and his family that, you know, Dale had a lot of brothers and sisters. You know, maybe, you know, do like maybe we could do something for his, you know, just, I mean, let his family know that he had some brothers and sisters. He had family, man, you know, and you send it to their family. You know what I'm saying? So their family could know that, you know, whatever his journey was, it was the right journey, and maybe they'll carry that journey on. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we should, I don't know, an email, or maybe everybody, we could have one email we all send something to, and to you, and you put it together and say, look, this is from Dale's extended family, and we all write something. I mean, it's be something beautiful, and I mean, I can't imagine, he was probably their, a father, a good dude, and taking care of what was supposed to be taken care of, trying to save his family, building a garden and stuff. So I mean, I think his family should know that he did have, some family that indeed, was there for him. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's something that, we should put together and, make it, give it to his family, email him back and say, I mean, we all know him from, we all know him, That's just like if anything happened to anyone on here, like, yo, that shit, we all, so shout out to Wise. Thank you for sharing that information for sure. And, that was a great stream, and, that he reached out to you, and, we all, I was wondering, I didn't see him around, but he used to always be around in the chats. Yeah, it is, man. It is. Of course, it's gonna, like anything happen to anyone, it's gonna be like, damn. It's more of, like you said, it's a connection, And that's why I'm so adamant on coming together, you know what I mean? Because we got to face it at some point. I mean, where we are a family, a distant family. From whatever it is, it brought us all together. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck we even believe in or understand, we here. You know what I'm saying? We here. But we gotta realize that. And I really realize that when I gather with people, when I gather with individual brothers, because I done met a lot of, people on here. But also when you come together as a group, and that's what I experienced in OKC. And like I said, man, I've made videos talking about it way before, and how powerful it would be if we got together, and that's what we seen that. And I did speak on it earlier. I'm like, could you imagine if, like I said, me, Wise, Truth Virus, Zach, Fake Mike Real News, other channels, whoever, was all out together, you know what I'm saying? And it would be so magical, man. It would be something so powerful that, I mean, I can't explain it. It just has to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen it, and just in OKC with just us. It was just beautiful how we all just, it was like, I can't even explain it, man. And I think we need to realize that, man, this shit gotta keep happening, man. Especially when you see what kind of shit they up to right now. So yeah, and again, man, maybe I think, I'll hit you up. Maybe, we make a video and say, hey, if anybody wants some words for Brother Dale, email them to you, and you send them over to his family. I'm sure that'll cheer them up a bit, and let them know that he was, he had family, So, yeah, exactly, disambiguation. It was good, Truth Master Dre. We got to step through that screen. Definitely do, man. I tell you, the feeling is, when you do it, it's like, wow. It's like, man, like this really felt like family, you know what I mean? That's what we felt like. It was dope, Everybody is like, I tell you, it's like the superheroes, man. Just like the fucking movies, all the superhero movies, the cartoons. Like I said, I always say this all the time, like Voltron, Transformers, Thundercats, fucking He-Man. It's like when we come together, we so powerful. And they showed us, like they literally showed us, like, look, if y'all just did this, we would be so powerful. Like if y'all just came through, we would be so fucking powerful. we'd be so powerful if we just came together. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. So, yep. But again, if y'all not subscribed to my brother's channel, it's right there. What the hell? Click it, and I just put you as a moderator, so you could just drop the link if you want, Wise, and yeah. So, yeah. On the other note, like I said, they're gonna keep on doing what they're doing. The energy's been set. It wasn't a police shooting. It was even better. It was better than that, because I was just thinking, I'm like, these dirty motherfuckers. I was like, these some dirty ass bastards. They don't need no more police shootings, because their objective has been going on for an entire fucking year. The lack of police, the crime everywhere. You go into a parts store, you go into a Home Depot or Lowe's, it's fucking anything that you can grab with your hands is gone. It's like literally wiped the fuck out. The police are scarce. The resources in cities are being cut back, which, like I told y'all earlier, is a good thing in some aspects. You know what I'm saying? Because normally shit of tyranny and like enforcement will not be enforced. All right. Like I said, there's less parking enforcement in Rochester. Beautiful. There was no parking enforcement at this giant festival that they have every year, where they give mad tickets and they're strict about parking. Motherfuckers parking frontwards, backwards, on the other side of the street. Beautiful. Everybody got along, loved it. Like I said, me and my son, we created a whole nother parking area by just parking. I'm like, damn, people don't realize the one side says no parking and this says says no parking. Why is everybody parked on that side? Everybody's following line. I said, so look, let's do this. I said, I bet you when we come back, this whole side is going to be full of cars. We're going to park right here. It's the same signs. If we get a ticket, I don't give a fuck. It's the same signs on the other side, but no one's parked on the side. So we parked. We came back 2 hours, the whole fucking street full on the other side. So, there's good and there's bad. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they already done what they got. Their objective was to weaken police, to make crime rise, to, do all the shit they need to do. They don't need another police shooting. They need more division. Because with a police shooting, the cop could have been racist or not. It was a white cop, okay, yeah. It was all about justification or not. And then some people would think, oh, it might have been racially motivated, whatever, this and that. This shit is straight to the fucking point. This dude, white supremacist, nigger on the fucking on the end of the gun, the sight point, right? This was perfect. They don't even got to draw no line. It's hard. Boom, these are white supremacists. Yeah, this has got to stop. White supremacy. They already got it. BLM's already ready to rock and roll. Protests already happening in Buffalo. Yo, they got the energy they need. There's abortion protests, and there's this at the same time. It's a recipe for a fucking summer of fucking chaos. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're gonna do, man. And just like I said, man, these motherfuckers know what they're doing, man. The new press secretary being black woman. Oh my God. And LGBT. I'm not going to use LGBT no more. Since the word supremacist means supremacy of a particular group, particularly race or sex. This is their definition. So now I'm just going to call them sex supremacists. That's what they are. LGBT is a sex supremacist group. We need to start doing what they're doing. They're a sex supremacist group. So that being said, that's what we got going on here. The abortion, the freaking sex supremacist group is out. You got that same group is going to be intertwined with the BLM, because you already seen it. And I'm like, damn, okay, Buffalo, bodies dropping like Rochester every fucking day. Ain't none of this shit going on. Nobody's coming together. Mass shooting, what the fuck? They had to make it that number, all right? Like I said, I think the shit actually happened. At this point, they ain't got time or the resources to fake one. They're like, fuck it, we just gonna opt this shit. That dude, watch that video hard. That dude, I'ma say it again, was straight military. That dude was military. Watch that. That dude was a military op. That guy. That is not that kid. That is not that kid. All right. That is not that kid, man. That you see the reflection in the rearview mirror. I mean, that's not the kid. That is a military guy. The way he moving and shit, yo, that dude was straight military. That's why he was fatigues, and they slipped this other motherfucker in and said, "Oh, this is the guy," you know, because that's how they do, man. These are ops, man. So hey, I'm leaning more toward, yeah, they went in there and shot this motherfucker up, and this dude somehow got out of Dodge or whatever the hell happened, and whatever, you know, I'm not buying that. You know, I can't buy that as fake, man. You know, even though I didn't look at it too much, but it's too. I don't know. They slipped this one in, and it don't even matter at this point because the whole agenda is, yo, get white people and black people fighting, and that's exactly what they're doing. AZOV. Yeah, you know, I got to check out the video you posted yesterday. I didn't even get a chance to check that out. Oh, wait, I just looked down at the comments. Hold on. You peep the Azov stuff. Check out the link out. Oh, wow. Thanks. Thank you. Open default. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to check that out. I'm going to dive into that. Definitely gonna dive into that. But yeah, man, this is some wild stuff, man. And this is going back to the you know, like I said earlier, right, 14 killed. I heard about that. The wind and shit. No, not the wind. What the hell I'm talking about? There was this video that came up the other day of Chicago where it was just like mad teens and shit just like converged on the area. I don't know what the hell they doing in Chicago, man. That's crazy. But it's like here, it's like they had to make it 10, but no one said a mass shooting. When 5 people got shot, 2 dead. Like, there's mass shootings in Rochester every day. Mass means more than one. I would think, you know, all these murders happening, and there's no BLM. You know, the agenda's here in Rochester. All right, they protest. I mean, there are people getting murdered left and right. You know what I'm saying? Here in Rochester, it's crazy, man. It's fucking wild. But yeah, man, we in for a wild ride. But you know, just push that energy back. You know, they do shit in increments. Will their race shit hold up? Let's see what we'll see in this week. We're gonna see another white supremacist news story. Guaranteed. We're going to see that. We're going to see that. White supremacy leads to patriots, lead to people who like freedom. So this is all stepping. They convince you that it's white supremacy, which I already said that this guy is not a white supremacist because he's not supreme over any fucking thing. He was a nobody. The supremacists, the white supremacists want to call this guy a white supremacist when all they got to do is look up. Well, I don't see any, I mean, everyone at the top is white, right? Well, everyone at the top is white. There's no black popes. There's no, I mean, look at all the giant billionaires, all right? Oh, Jay-Z's a billionaire. All these, you know, maybe one or two of these people they call billionaires. Jay-Z, how the fuck is he a billionaire when he got people over him controlling that motherfucker? He's owned. You know, Puff Daddy, he's owned. These people are owned. Michael Jordan is owned. Michael Jordan don't even own his own name. That motherfucker is owned. Michael Jordan is these people are bigger slaves than we are. That's why they unhappy. You know? So that's weird. Your comment is cut off. My daughter told me it's called Challenges, a mass email going out saying take over. Wow. This will have a destination and thousands of it will go to that area. Damn. Yeah, I seen that. I'm like, what the fuck? I was thinking the same thing. Like, how did they all gather? And that's what make me like, yo, people think that this Elon Musk and Twitter thing is just some old... No, man. This motherfucker's in Neuralink and AI. Twitter is what BLM and Antifa main fucking form of communication, because information can travel so fast through that bitch. Tweeting Twitter, right? By him having this shit, this gonna link some kind of... You think this motherfucker buys some shit for $44 billion, whatever the fuck it was for, ain't in it for money or an agenda? This motherfucker ain't really buy anything. He's just gonna intertwine one of his companies into Twitter that's ready to go. Like, bitch, this Neuralink and this AI shit and this mind manipulation software we got is ready to go. Okay, let's done. It's you're up. Yo, 44, number 44, because that's what we're gonna be doing, killing. You know what I'm saying? Isn't 44 the kill number? That's what we're gonna be doing, killing. So, okay, Twitter. You know, I mean, this shit is crazy, man. Crazy. So, there you go. Instead of mass email, you'll have mass mind manipulation. They'll get a tweet, because I know that Twitter ain't friendly to my ass. I'll get a response, or whoever I'm following on there. It'll say Twitter, notification. This shit'll be yesterday. All my notifications are a day late. They got me on fucking China time or some shit. Everything's always a day late. I was like, oh shit. I look at it like, damn, I ain't hear about this till today. You know? Crazy. They got bigger slaves than we are. They can't go nowhere. They can't do shit. Where the fuck they going? Think Michael Jordan could walk in anywhere without being mobbed by people? LeBron James, they can't go nowhere. You know? That's why they turn psychopath. They're easy to get. Once you get into that upper echelon of life, they're told to disconnect from your family, disconnect from your friends, you know? Don't associate with them. Or you've seen these big stars and anything about their immediate family. You know, it's like Jay-Z. He's got family in Rochester. His brother lives in Rochester. I mean, he's just a regular dude. You know? If you think Jay-Z got all this money, his brother's here, I mean, he should have his stamp all over Rochester. Nope, don't hear a word. So, yeah, it don't work. Disambiguation, that's right. So, yeah, man, that's what it is, man. I think I'm about to wrap her on up. Thanks to all you guys, man. Shout out to you guys. Like that moon, that fucking eclipse was so beautiful last night. You know, it really, I felt something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but I felt something. You know, exiting and entering. I don't know which one it was or which way it was going, but that shit was dope. And it was perfect. Like, it was like meant to be seen. It was just, didn't get no perfect than that. You know, I didn't have to go anywhere. I just looked right outside my fucking room window. It was clear as fuck outside. Seen the whole thing. It's crazy because it stayed full dark until it got out of my view. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, okay. That's the Earth's shadow. You're right. It felt real good, man. I don't know what that good feeling was, but when I was watching it, man, I felt awesome, you know? I felt really, it was like, I don't know, something like a power, like something, I don't know, something came through, you know? So, but all right, y'all, man, love y'all, and we'll talk to you later, and peace and love, man. Wait, no, let me go through some names. Shout out to Wise, Disambiguation, Goblin, Millie, Mr. McMittens, Cuts, Brother Cuts, Truth Master Dre, what's good, my brother? Atachi Decode, shout out to Atachi, Kimmy, Angel Baby was on here, James Page, Mama 22, Awakened Soldier. Shout out to you. Let's see. NH Guy, J Bud, Holding Two Dicks. What's good? Holding Two Dicks. Scroll back. No, Cincinnati Jack, J True, Miss Blink, of course. I think I hit everybody up that's commented. Jesse, Mateo, the end times are here. Shout out to you. Gertz, Truth Virus was up in here. Dragana, Stojakovic, Rick James, Groveland Gal, Solo FR, Joe Lane, Rick James. It's Rick James, bitch. Shout out to all you guys and anybody who watches this later. Much love. Millie, shout out to Millie. And no doubt, disambiguation. All right, y'all. Peace and love. It might click off and go to private, but I'm going to unprivate it right now. So, they censor me like that. I can't even control that shit. It's crazy. Peace and love, y'all.